How's it going, guys? Rogues Tay here, bringing you another video, and I'm just doing like a mini recap of my Birmingham run. I felt like I did okay. I would say, I would like to say Birmingham was absolutely awesome. Like, the venue was dope. Everyone I played against was generally awesome. Even for one of my friends who we didn't really have much of a conversation, we still had everyone was so pleasant. I had no judge calls, we had no issues. It just seemed like the event ran so well. I want to shout out to a few of my friends who made day 2 and made top 8, so I'm absolutely buzzed for them. Well done, guys, from this local area. You absolutely killed it, and much respect, straight up. Few people's first regionals and first day 2, I am absolutely buzzed for them. They done really well. Myself, I finished 5-3 in the end. Yeah, so just missed out. If I was able to turn one of those losses to a tie, we may have had a chance, but that happens. I end up taking quad fawns with me to this tournament. So I was looking at sort of old meta for the past few tournaments online and in person, and quad fawns seemed like such a good show. You hit well into Drago, into Bolt, into Zard, into Goldengo. All these big decks you seem to hit well into. So in my head I was thinking, well, if I can sort of dodge my bad matchups, foreshadow, that I would actually have a good run. But yeah, we didn't dodge those matchups though. But 5-3 is still a good run. We still end up with 40 CP and finishing 398 out of, I think it was 2018 or something players. So once again, this was the biggest European regional, so I really can't complain that I actually still finished in the top half, nearly top 10%. So I'm really happy with my performance and how everything went. Actually, we finished in the top 25%. What is mad. So anyway, I'm gonna sort of go through each round and explain what happens, and as best of my knowledge anyway, as best as I can remember, and we'll go from there. So round 1, we end up against a Terrapagos player. He legit set up so well, it was mad. I end up going very much just the quad fawns route, hammers, disrupting, and luckily I was able to disrupt enough with Lost Cities and crushing hammers and stuff like that to really just shut him down game 1. Even though he had a 4 prize lead on me, I was able to sort of scrape that one back. So we finished game 1 1-0, and then we went into game 2, and love of God, he bricked so hard. He shooed me his hand. It was savage, to the point he was putting energy on a Blood Moon Ursaluna, and I was just able to keep finding everything I needed. It was savage. I generally do think the guy drew past 6-7 turns, while my deck was just firing on all cylinders and did not miss. So yeah, I'm really gutted for that situation, but for him. But we take those wins. We do take those W's when we get ham-handed, especially into our bad matchup. So round 2, we went against a Ready Drago player from Italy. Once again, this is what I was expecting to see today. I was really happy to see a Drago player. Hammers came in clutch. I was able to shut down as much as I could, and basically get my deck small enough with my Professor's Researchers just to bin through to guarantee sort of the win on that one, even though he was attacking me with his Reggie Drago using Rolling Iron, what is probably the best shout to do with this. Once he gave me that 1 turn sort of reprieve where he went for the Learning Executor to knock out my benched Iron Thorns. When he did that, I then had to go find 1 more energy for the game. Luckily, I finished my deck enough and played the Super Rod just to be able to research and guarantee me find it. So that was really cool. So we won game 1. Game 2 was pretty much more the same situation. We just kept hammering, getting rid of stuff, bossing, using Penny at the right time to scoop up our damaged boys, and we just kept swinging every turn. His Templar Sinnoh was actually helping me because I was able just to pass 1 energy round, and the DTE negative effect wasn't as prevalent. So Once again, round 2, so we go into round 3, 2-0. We're feeling a little bit confident for us to run into a Cloth. Yeah, first bad match of the day. Cloth is just basically an auto win for them. We can't do much unless they brick, and my opponent literally had a 3-card hand and found the nuts. This game was finished in 10 minutes. It was a savage beatdown for myself. It did not go well. So we ended up 2-1. We're still, 7-1 dream. That's what we was hoping for. From there, we hit Lost Box. At this point, I'm thinking, what on earth is going on? I was not expecting to see Lost Box today. Well, Lost Box is more of a 50-50 than I thought it would be. Because they can't use their fez, they can't use the Radiant Greninja. We have judges, we have so much disruption on our side just to keep things rolling. They're playing the Pikachu build, so I would target the Pikachu, try to take the extra prizes there when I could. With the 230 health as well, Cramorant really does not hit the right numbers. You're saying it's a free shot with Cramorant, so at that point we're able just to keep going. Game 1 they did Roxanne when I had 3 prizes left, but Roxanne is a lie. We end up drawing into everything we needed, so the Lost City, the energy, and the research off the top deck. So yeah, Roxanne, straight up lie, we end up winning game 1. Very close fought. It literally came down to 1 card and maybe a hammer taking the energy off the Pikachu, so it wasn't just a Mirage Gate play. So that was pretty dope. From there, game 2, we done a lot more of the same stuff, but this time I got the Lost City out really early, so I was able to Lost Zone the Sableye to really turn down that threat. So we end up winning that one 2-0. As you can see, all my games up to round 4 were going 2-0. I didn't really see a game 3 this tournament. So from there, round 5, I'm thinking, okay, I've hit all the weird stuff. I want to see the Lugias what in the room. I want to see the Zards. I want to see the Dragos. We hit another straight Turtle Ghosts. So, straight Turtle Ghost, bad matchup for us. We tried to do our best and disrupt it as much as we could, using the same game plan as game 1. Hammers won on our side. They were just able to sit up and keep bouncing the stadium. That was the pain of my existence, was trying to keep my stadiums out. With their knockdowns and being able to find anything they want, it really hurt me, so we end up losing that one 2-0. Round 6, I'm now basically win and bust, or try to get a tie somewhere. But round 6, yeah, we end up going against another turtle. And I just knew this was starting my day. Like, I looked over to my right, there was a Lugia mirror. I looked to my left, there was a Charizard mirror. At this point, I just knew this was not my day for matchups. RNG gave me a good shafting. So, once again, we tried the best. Ghosts do ghost things, and we ended up losing that one as well, 2-0. So, round 7, I'm thinking, well, I'm still in contention for points. May not make day 2 now, but let's see how well we finish off with basically 2 more rounds left. What's the point of dropping from here? So, round 7, we hit a Goldingo, and the guys from Guernsey, they are awesome. He was such a lovely guy. Like, as soon as I flipped it over, I think he knew the writing was on the wall. We played it out. We still had a really fun game. A lot of back and forth, a lot of silliness. So I really enjoyed that game. I ended up winning that one 2-1. Iron Thorns doing Iron Thorns things, devolving where I can, just 2-shotting when I can't. So deck really performed highly. Luckily, his cancel and clone turns didn't really venture too much out of him. So once I was able to sort of like Lost Zone away his gimme ghouls and stuff, that was pretty much game written. But I would like to note, I've never been more terrified of a continuous coin toss in my life. This thing rolled 6 heads. I was generally sitting there going, oh man, if I lose an Iron Thorns to this gimme ghoul here from flipping heads, I am just going to scoop and go to game 2. But luckily it stopped at 6. It's still done 120 damage. What is bonkers if you ask me. But yeah, we end up winning that one. So we then are going into our last round at the record of 4-3. So if we cop this one here, we are guaranteed points. So my last round was against a straight red Drago player. Yeah, this is not an easy game for me. Luckily, we were able to donk game 1. That was not an issue. We sort of had the nuts. We very much controlled the game. We got rid of the only Dreepy from a boss attach. Then he had Duskull left. From there, it was a case of they scooped it up and we won game 2. So in game 2, was a lot closer fight. They end up beating us in the end. We kept it as close as we could. I think there was only like 2 prizes in it in the end, but I ended up scooping it up when I realized time wasn't on my side. So we end up getting into game 3. Now this is sort of like the win for the points. I went in with the whole idea of let's just disrupt and try to keep the judge hand going. Luckily, that worked. So I hit the crushing hammers when I needed to hit the crushing hammers. Lady Luck was sitting on my shoulder on that one. Just not on the pairings. Hammer Luck. Oh, busted. From there, I just kept, you know, bossing, killing the Dreepies in their hand. They only had like Fez and Aluminium. So they weren't going to get them out of it. So we just kept control of the game. Just non-stop. There's a lot of draw passing again to me, and my deck was just on fire. I generally believe if I hit good matchups, how the deck was built, I would have not lost. So yeah, coin flipping was awesome for me. On the day, I think I maxed out at about 2 mulligans per game. It wasn't a fat lot. I was expecting somewhere to be in the 10s, maybe the 20s by the end of the day, but I think with what, 9 rounds, I think the most mulligans I hit per round was 4. So I may have only hit, I'd say, about 14 mulligans throughout the day, what was the biggest fear of me running Iron Thorns, especially just for it being a quad Thorns deck. But I really enjoyed the deck. It was stupidly fun. The deck list will be down below. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a talking head video explaining how my Birmingham went. Yeah, it was really cool. Lot of great players, great venue. I would definitely hope they do it in the NEC again. Yeah, definitely worth the trip. But I'll tell you now, if anyone tells me they can smell a Subway, I will not be amused. But for now, catch all you fine ass beautiful people later. Peace out, guys. Bye.